Is artificial insemination good or bad? Artificial insemination is possibly the only way to go in my eyes. Proven facts show that AI is actually good, as well as more sanitary and more likely to produce better results than natural reproduction. Just a little bit of the intro on what artificial insemination actually is an introduction of male reproductive cells into the female reproductive tract. People did not actually invent artificial insemination. They actually stole the concept from spiders. What happened was the female spider would spin a web, the male spider would soon come behind her, lay his sperm, then the female would come back and pick it up. That's where, people actually got the concept of taking the sperm from the male and putting it in artificially to get better results. The first AI was actually done with wool and cotton by a person back in 1937. Statistics show that the first cow was actually artificially inseminated in 1937, and as of 1994 to 2010, AI rates have gone up in cattle, sheep, swine, and horses, and they're all up to around 90%, some from 70 to 90%. Also, artificial insemination has grown worldwide thanks to superior genetics that other countries want for their cattle, swine, and sheep. A lot of the advantages are it's increases the use of superior sires, to where a small breeding operation doesn't, if they don't have the money to afford one of the best pigs or bulls or stallions, they can get frozen semen and artificially inseminate it, which saves costs, saves feed bills. It's just a lot easier way to go. It takes less time to establish superior genetics, which means you don't have to wait on natural births to occur or natural life expectancies. You can take a bull from 30 years ago, which is the best bull out there, and breed him to a cow today and have a baby and keep his life going. There are many advantages to AI, but along with the advantages come the actual reasons of why and how artificial insemination is so successful and well maintained. The big deal on artificial insemination is a process. The process involves semen evaluation or semen collection. What happens here is you're actually able to collect the semen from your bull. I'm going to stick more towards cows right here, just because it's a little bit easier for me to describe. When you collect your semen from your bull, you're actually able to see, how good his semen is, how much he's putting out, and if you look underneath a microscope at his semen, you'll actually be able to tell what's better and what's not. And semen, in order to be good, it needs to be very viscous, almost like a booger, very clumpy, which means more semen, which means better results. And that's a very big advantage to artificial insemination that natural reproduction you don't know about, is that in artificial insemination you actually know what you're getting and know for the most part that it's going to be successful. Collection methods is an artificial vagina. It's about like a cow's urethra tract, vagina and all that. It stays to a constant temperature, just like the real thing. And each bull, for sanitary purposes, should have his own, it's just very much more sanitary than natural, to where a bull is instead of natural, to where a bull is actually pregnating let's say 10 cows, compared to if he ejaculates in an artificial vagina once, you can separate it into 10 different samples, to where you can put in 10 different cows, which equals more sanitation, better results. There's electrical, which is you stick electrical piece in the cow's, lack for better terms, but it sends electrical currents through and makes the cow stimulate and ejaculate, according to Aaron Prater, OPSU animal science professor. Then with the semen collection method is semen evaluation. The appearance and number of sperm and the motility, which I just described, that is a very crucial part to artificial insemination that natural reproduction does not have. Like I said, you know what you're getting, you know how good it's going to be before you impregnate, compared to natural. When you don't know, the bull might shoot blanks in natural, and you're never going to know. When in artificial insemination, you know you're getting good genetics, you know how good your sperm is going to be. These are just a few ways AI is very helpful, but trust me, there are many more. Detection aids, a big deal for artificial insemination and natural reproduction, are when your cattle are coming into heat. The good thing about artificial insemination is you have your aids, your Kmart patches, which are ink tubes that are in a circle piece of plastic that you put on top of your cow's hip that lets you know when the cow's been mounted in it and they're coming into heat. But the most effective way is a heat check computer. It's actually a computer that has a microchip on top of the cow that every time the cow is mounted, it sends currents to a computer at the corners of your field, kind of like I don't know how to describe that, but it's almost effective down to the exact time and date of when your cow needs to be bred, and how soon, how long they've been in heat, how many times they've been jumped, and when the best time is to breed your cow compared to natural, when you're not sure when they're going to breed and if they have been bred or if they're even going to take. And then a big thing is hormones. Hormones are a big factor in artificial insemination, because compared to natural, like I said, aren't sure when your cattle are going to be getting bred. When you have artificial insemination, you have certain programs, you can line them all out, you can have synchronized breeding time thanks to all these hormones, and hormones that you can give your cattle to help them come into heat and help then you're able to artificial inseminate them. To many people, AI is not the correct and natural way to do things, but if you're a big-time cattle rancher or breeder of any kind, AI is possibly the most efficient, cost method, and effective way there is. And on a final note, I hope by listening to me I've persuaded you as little that AI is actually a good thing, and if you do plan on operating a successful ranching or breeding operation, you take in the options that AI brings with it, and I hope you're very successful.